Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of this GitHub series. In the previous video we talked about the Git branching and we explained why is this important. Now in this video I'm gonna discuss merge conflict. So what are they and how would they happen and how to solve them. So without any further ado, let's get started. So first, how can merge conflict happen? So imagine this scenario where you are working with your teammates on the same project hosted on a GitHub repository. So in this case, each one or each member of this team will be working on a separate branch to finalize a certain task or a feature or debugging or whatever. So imagine at a certain point that two teammates modified the same line of code in different ways on different branches. And after that, they have attempted to merge back to main at the same time. In this case, GitHub won't be able to recognize which modification to keep and which one to discard. So it will get confused and it will throw a merge conflict error. So in this scenario, there's no need to panic. We can solve it easily. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clone our repository that we have created, if you remember, in the third video in this series. And it included a Python script to print out the first name of the user. And I'm going to use this code to recreate the merge conflict and show you how to fix it easily. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head to our repository. So let me go to GitHub, and this was my first repo, and it should be the same on your side, I suppose. So I'm gonna get the code. Let's open a new terminal on the desktop. And then I'm gonna use git clone. And here we go. Now I'm gonna go to this repo and I'm gonna open VS Code. Once here, I'm gonna go to this file. This is actually the Python script that we are going to work with. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to create a new branch, because right now I have only main. I'm gonna create a new one. In the previous video, I showed you how to create a branch and check it out. But actually, we can do it in one line, one command line. So I'm gonna use git checkout B for branch, and then I'm gonna call it whatever I want. In this case, it's gonna be feature branch. So this line will actually create the new branch called feature branch and will check it out at the same time. So right now you can see I am on feature branch in here. Now I'm gonna edit the file in VS Code. You can use any IDE you would like. Just make sure that you are on feature branch, as you can see at the bottom in here. So I'm gonna print a message that is suitable for this branch. In this case, we are going to say, good afternoon, your first name. This is feature branch. And in this case, we know with what branch this modification is associated. Once we do that, I want you to add the modification and then create a commit with a message, for example. Let's say modified message for feature branch. All right, we're not gonna push, we're gonna work with everything locally just to show you the merge conflict and how to solve it. After that, I want to switch back to main. I can do that using either switch or checkout. Once we're there, you can see that the file has not been modified on main. It's still welcome to Python programming. We're going to change that. So I'm gonna say this is main branch. Once we do that, we can add the modification, and then we're going to commit using a descriptive message, modified message for main branch. And here we go. Now, since we are already on main, that's good. We are going to attempt to merge the modifications from feature branch back to our main branch. And let's see what happens. So if you noticed in this case, I have modified the same line of code from the same script differently on two different branches. Git merge feature branch, and let's see what we will get. So as you can see, if you read the message, you will have a conflict, merge conflict in this script, first name script.py, and the merge as such has failed, and we have to fix these conflicts before proceeding. So how to fix these conflicts? First, I want you to open the script or the code that you have modified using any IDE that you want. In this case, it's gonna be VS Code. Once you are there, you will see that inside your code, you have some symbols that were added. You can see them in here, and in here, and in here. And these were triggered actually by the merge conflict. So let me explain to you what they mean and how to use them to fix the conflict. So first thing, you are going to see this line in here with head. This will point towards the current branch modification. So in this case, we are currently on main. So this means that these are the modifications created on the main branch. Okay, they will be directly underneath. All the modifications will be in here. In this case, it was just one line. It can be more, and they are delimited on the other end by a series of equal sign. This means that these are all the modifications on the main branch that we have currently checked out. After that, you will have a line. In this case, it can be multiple lines if you applied modifications on many lines that were applied actually on another branch, and you will see its name in here. It's called feature branch, which is the incoming change from a branch that we did not check out. Okay? The last one we checked out was main. So in this case, you have the choice to either choose the current change or the incoming change, or keep both of them. It's your choice. It depends on what you agree with your teammates. But make sure at the end to remove the lines that were triggered by the merge conflict. So in this case, I'm gonna keep both changes, the incoming and the current. Now, if you go back to your terminal and you use the command git status to show what's going on, you will keep on seeing a merge conflict, okay? You can see that you have unmerged paths and you have to fix the conflicts, all right? So we're not done yet. We need to add the modifications to stage them, and then we need to commit. And in this case, I'm not gonna include any message, and I will show you why. Because once you attempt to commit, you will be directed automatically into Nano, and which will open a file where you can specify the commit message, which is gonna be the message for the merge process, okay? So in here, you have merge a branch, feature a branch. This message is very descriptive to me, so I'm gonna keep it as is. So make sure to save using Ctrl S and Ctrl X. So once we do that, you will see that the merge has successfully took place. Merge a branch, feature a branch, so we are good. But I'm gonna give you, like, let's check right now what happened. On the main branch, we have kept both modifications. If I check out the other branch, you will see that it kept its own version of the code. This is feature a branch, okay? Because we merged these modifications from the feature a branch back to main. So only in main you can get to see both. Another thing that I wanted to mention is if ever you panic or you do something wrong during the merge process, you can abort at any moment, all right? Using the following command, git merge and abort. Obviously in this case, it won't work because we already finalized our merge process and fixed the conflicts, so there is no merge to abort in this case. Now, I would like to give you a couple of tips to better handle conflicts and even avoid them sometimes. So first, if you remember in the first video in this series, I have mentioned both push and pull. So push was the process to transfer the modifications from the local repository to remote, and pull was actually the opposite. And I mentioned that it does fetching and merging with your local repository at the same time. So the whole point of pull is to keep your code up to date on your local repository with respect to the remote one. So the way to do it in here is to go to the directory where you have cloned your repository and use git pull origin, which refers to remote, and specify the branch name that you want to pull the modifications from. So here, literally what I'm saying to Git is to go to the remote repository on the main branch and pull out any modifications back to my local repository and merge these modifications with my local repository code to keep it up to date. Now, I advise you to perform this process very frequently to make sure that your code is up to date with the remote GitHub repository, because you are working in parallel with your teammates. And this actually will allow you to identify conflicts early on when they are smaller and easier to resolve, and this will make your life easier. Like right now, I showed you a conflict on one line, sometimes it can occur in many lines and it can be scary. So try to avoid that as much as possible by pulling from main frequently. Second thing, I would like you to keep your branches small and focused to be able to finish the task associated with them as soon as possible and merge them and delete them. Now, finally, you need to communicate with your teammates all the time. This will help you to avoid a lot of conflicts and better manage your repository in general. So this is pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please press the like button and activate the notification bell for more videos like this. And please support this channel by subscribing and allowing me to reach more people. In the next video, I'm gonna talk about more ways and tools to provide you with a better collaboration experience on GitHub, and these will be forks and pull requests. Very important concepts. Make sure not to miss them out. So with that, I bid you farewell and I wish you a good one.